Hello, my name is Bernadett Revák. I'm PhD student at Óbuda University Doctoral School and Safety and Security Science. I will present you the paper with the title The Sustainable Education in Smart Cities, focusing on the artificial intelligence. You can see the list of other co-authors of this paper. We are coming from different faculties from the University of Óbuda in Hungary and from Kirikala University from Turkey. First of all, I would like to say thank you for them for our cooperation and collaboration. Let's start. Here is the brief content of this presentation. We will begin the introduction, then you can see some main points of literature review connected to the concept and role of smart cities in the 21st century, artificial intelligence, and the relationship between the artificial intelligence and the education. Next step is the materials and methods, results and discussion of our survey, and finally our conclusion will be shared with you. Let's go to the introduction. A very, very important question that how to explain the relevance of the word cloud illustrates the keywords of our paper: development, education, innovation, artificial intelligence, information, skills. As a summary title related to each of them to the new technology, digitalization. Digitalization innovation tools are changing the way people live, interact, and communicate. They affect the way people both learn and work. When we think about the use and implementation of artificial intelligence, we are faced with challenges and opportunities in many areas of our life. The world of work, the education environment, is also undergoing a considerable transformation and evolution through technology. In the teaching learning process, the expansion of information and communication technology is leading to significant changes, such as giving everyone an equal chance to acquire knowledge. The newest and most important focus of education is the development of information management competencies, improving the digital literacy of students and teachers involved in the educational process in a prerequisite for this. And the question is coming, are people aware of its dangers and its safety contactless use? In the field of artificial intelligence related education, innovation, and learning share a symbiotic relationship, each pushing the other forward in a continuous cycle of progress. Importance of encouraging critical thinking and imparting essential skills in artificial intelligence development and use are undisputed. Innovation is reshaping and redefining the learning experience, adapting teaching methods, technological tools to meet the evolving demands of the field. A well-educated public and on artificial intelligence becomes a catalyst for further innovation and foster progress, prosperity, and societal transformation in the ever-evolving landscape of AI. The relevance of the topic is also demonstrated by the large amount of literature available on the subject. I would like to continue by summarizing these. As the first point, the concept and role of smart cities in the 21st century. In smart cities, education can in fact be defined as a dimension of society. One of the necessary conditions for this is a kind of creative, inclusive society. The significant role of society is creativity in addition to delivering innovative educational ideas. Information and communication technologies are also supporting people's collaboration, like the gap between online and offline life through social networks. The primary goal in these cities is to achieve a good quality of life. Work and education are also important pillars. The following figure clearly shows the essential elements of smart education. We can say that they are a kind of learning city in which innovation is central. The importance of the intelligence factor is indisputable. There is no smart city without smart inhabitants. Creative tools to help shape attitudes, transfer knowledge, and develop skills are a prerequisite for training smart citizens. This makes education a key segment of smart cities. The level and quality of education can be improved with greater convenience and lower cost thanks to digitalization. The integration of information and communication technologies is an important element in the development of education in Europe and other developed countries. Smart city solutions can in fact be a good point of reference, but of course they require that society is aware of their principles. So education must support students in their ability to understand the world and develop their talents. School of the Future program was launched by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, in 1997. Its main aim is to make the school of the future the best it can be. It's clear to see how different the schools of today are from each other. The back to the future type of schools, whose most important characteristic is their resistance to change and innovation, despite the dissatisfaction with the school from many sources. Education is formalized and other learning concepts are marginalized. They focus on renewal and becoming learning organizations, laying the foundations for a competitive society. A new knowledge and organizations and understanding and give priority to continuous knowledge building and lifelong learning are significant items. The scenarios include extreme ideas that schools will disappear and be replaced by informal learning networks. They use the new mass communication learning techniques. To sum up, the aim of smart schools is to develop an education system that builds the knowledge and skills needed in the 21st century. Students and teachers are both important pillars of this procedure. Educational systems must adapt to the demands of the digital age and provide people with the knowledge, skills, and competencies that are essential for prosperity. Go on one of our most important factor, artificial intelligence. Modern society must constantly face and meet challenges in the 21st century. These challenges depend largely on technical and virtual infrastructure. Due to the rapid development of computing and information systems, artificial intelligence is increasingly present in more and more aspects of social and economic domains. There are many definitive approaches to the definition of AI. AI is the general term for the technology used to develop machines that are created using entirely artificial means and can exhibit similar behavior and movements to humans. It's basically a set of techniques that allow computers to mimic human behavior. It was first used in the 1950s and is now used in a wide range of fields. Many sectors are affected and reformed every day. If you think on education, the military, and the security sectors. AI is a field of technology that can change the way we interact in society. The emergence of different AI technologies impacting teaching and learning methods, its use has become more common. Several studies present examples of how AI technology can move education systems towards improving education equity and quality. By supporting personalized learning, better learning outcomes can be expected. There are several articles on the extraordinary capabilities of AI. Some of them deals with the challenges and threats it poses, such as security or ethics. Artificial intelligence in education, AIED, opens new possibilities for educational practice. It's very, very important because the learner can be an inclusive, collaborative, or sometimes leader. AI techniques are used in different ways, of course. It's important to emphasize that AIED is a complex process. One hand, this is the introduction and use of AI technology. But the other hand, this is an integration of pedagogical, social, cultural, and economic dimensions. As a closing part of the literature, let's see the relationship between the artificial intelligence and the education. Study our next figure about the role of AIED, we can see it's a really complex process. The incorporation and application of innovations and improvement directly affect the level of education and development of countries. In fact, education and the new technology itself interact in two ways. In the field of education, the use of AI brings countless innovations and developments. It allows the automation of basic educational activities such as grading. It makes it more objective and transparent. All this creates and supports human security. Artificial intelligence can better visualize and model social processes like normal methods. On the other hand, this is due to the multimedia interface through which it communicates with students. Technology is part of the everyday life of digital natives. So it's a really, really important part of it. In the upcoming sections of my presentation, I will cover the details of the survey we conducted. First, materials and methods. The development and application of digital technology tools in the educational process, like artificial intelligence, their potential and threats, were investigated through a comprehensive literature search, which included a review of books and journal articles published in print in the national and international literature as well. We have made a quantitative questionnaire research, was conducted in secondary schools in Turkey and Hungary, asking students about their knowledge, use, and vision of AI. The questionnaire contained 14 questions in total, through closed and open questions as well. And we wanted to get a clearer picture of young people's attitudes and their visions toward the concept and use of AI. Based on the samples collected on response digital competence and habits, and the answers the questions whether digital knowledge is in line with digitalization. The questionnaires were collected and distributed online in both Hungarian and Turkish. The Hungarian sample consisted 456 responses and the Turkish sample of 326 responses. To draw conclusion, in addition, the traditional basic statistical methods, analysis of variance and cross-tabulation were used. The results were evaluated according to the age of respondents. The figure shows the composition of the samples. Go to the results and discussion. As a first approach, we examined the overall perceptions of Hungarian and Turkish young people on artificial intelligence. Regarding the applicability of AI in learning. Both groups of respondents from both countries use AI occasionally in the learning process. It can also be observed that a much higher proportion of Turkish young people answer that they never use AI in the learning process than Hungarian counterparts. The next question also shows the same tendency, because Hungarian young people are more likely to use AI in the learning process or in educational process than their Turkish counterparts. When asked whether teachers can be replaced by AI in education, almost half of Hungarian young people answered yes. It was, you can see that 48.8%. This proportion is less than 1/3 for young Turkish people. And there was maybe answer option, which was the most popular, because the results shows 41.1%. As regards the usefulness of AI in learning, more than half of Hungarian young people said they consider it less important, and slightly smaller proportion, 47.9% of Turkish young people said that they didn't consider it useful at all. The results clearly show that the usefulness of AI in education is rated much lower by Turkish answers than by Hungarians. This picture also gives an idea of the state of education as perceived by Hungarian young people and secondary school students. Analysis of variance was then carried out to determine the extent to which the age of respondents influenced their answers to these three questions. First, we looked at the mean values from the descriptive tables of the analysis of variance. Regarding the role of AI in learning, Hungarian students aged 17 to 18 years were the ones who gave the highest proportion of these questions on a scale of 3. The highest proportion of Turkish students, which is towards the upper end of the scale, was found for young age 18 years and older. We can see the same ratio for the statement about the sustainability of teachers and the questions about usefulness of artificial intelligence. And for the later question, the high score above the two integers for all each groups indicate that there is a case for AI in learning process. An interesting finding is that in our country, young people aged 17, 18 already clearly rely on and consider AI to be important, whereas for Turkish young people this is more evident at a more mature age. The fact that the former destines these young people to be the ones who are more mature, maybe more deliberate and more focused in their use of AI. And the results of the analysis of variance are presented below for the three questions examined. To this end, the one-way analysis of variance is performed and the results of the ANOVA table are presented. In the perspective of the Hungarian responses, we can see that the figure shows a correlation with the second and third questions based on the significance values. This means that they believe that teachers can be replaced by AI in the educational process, and AI has benefits in their educational process. Let's see the Turkish responses. Based on the Turkish results, we can say that the age of the Turkish respondents influenced their answers to all the questions asked. which again can be supported by the significance values. We can see their answers, how it's shared. And last but not least, our conclusion closes my presentation. In conclusion, artificial intelligence it's playing a really important role in all aspects of life today. AI has the potential to feel a part of our lives in education, research, or even science, for which human capacity may not always be available. We can say that AI is both a blessing and a curse, because if we use properly and regulated, it can greatly facilitate people's lives, both in learning and in the world of work, but to leave it unregulated and let it run wild could pose many dangers to humanity. Digital awareness includes these questions and enables us to revise the information provided by AI and check its veracity. The survey results show that Turkish young people are more cautious about AI, with a higher percentage of AI use in adulthood above the age of 18. In Hungary, however, it's the 17-18 age group that tends to be more likely to use AI. And however, age-related characteristics clearly show that awareness is not always present at this age, as has been demonstrated by numerous studies. And highlighted and particular notes is the last point, which states it's therefore very important to include digital awareness training in the education process as soon as possible, including preparation and training in AI. Close with references we use to our work. And I would like to say thank you for your kind attention. You can contact me by the email that is written below. Of course, if you would have some questions. So, thank you again. Goodbye.